Hi guys, it's me, Susan. Today is day 101 of the Cancer Club. And kind of sorry I missed day 100. That was yesterday. It didn't occur to me. I was intending to post. It didn't occur to me that it was day 100, or I probably would have worked at it a little harder. But I got caught up in some really interesting relationship stuff that I was reading online, and next thing I knew, it was really too late, and I needed to go to bed. For those of you who haven't necessarily been here from the bitter beginning, day 101, it's been 101 days since I started my chemotherapy and radiation for butt cancer, and it's been almost 8 weeks since the treatment has completed. I'm still struggling with some after effects, and from what I understand now, there may be after effects for quite a while. My GI system is still a little out of kilter, and apparently from some things I've been reading, I'm participating in a bulletin board with other women who have, well, actually other people, but mostly they seem to be mostly women that write on there. One woman said her digestive system didn't return to normal for about a year after her treatment was finished. My hair is falling out more and more. Today was the most, really, since very back in the middle of my chemo. I appreciate those of you who are being supportive and concerned about me, and maybe worried that I'm worried too much about my hair. I really don't think I'm worried, like stressed about it. I just think it's so unknown, and I liked when it got to a point where I sort of still liked how it looked, and I sort of still do, although I'm getting a trim on Saturday because it's just getting a little shaggy. But the fact that it's actually escalating how much is coming out is sort of making me like, oh yuck, maybe I'm gonna do the bald thing after all. I'm not really eager to do that, but I mean, I accept it that I have to go with whatever happens. So I don't feel like I'm agitated about it. It's just something that I see and think about every single day because I'm dealing with it coming out every single day, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror every single day. So anyway, so all that stuff is going on, but overall, I feel quite good, and I feel real happy with some of the adjustments I've been making, such as shortening my working hours. You know, I know it's going to cost me money, but I've decided that it's worth it because having that extra hour in the evening, you know, is helping me to I'll get some stuff done. Of course, I'm walking Jolie all the time, still as usual, but I'm able to play the banjo. I'm able to do my workouts, my upper body strength thing. I'm really hanging in there with that, and I'm seeing a lot of good results from that. So, and then I'll do a lot of things, and I'll look around and say, oh wow, it's only 8 o'clock. You know, normally it would be already bedtime. So I'm feeling really good. My mood is really good, all told, and we'll see what happens as we go along. I certainly have had some ups and downs, as you know. I've shared them with you, but currently things are going really well. I wanted to share some more stuff on relationships with you this month for various reasons. I'm going to go into a lot of my thoughts on relationships, and as I've been thinking about this more to tell you about it, I've kind of realized that that's really my passion. Relationships in general. I mean, I have some great talks with some of my adolescent patients. That I mean, I've got 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds that love coming to talk to me, and I really enjoy talking to them. But I've also talked to some of the moms of some of the teenagers that the moms aren't quite getting it, and it's very gratifying to me to be able to facilitate maybe an understanding by a parent that allows a little bit more room for their child to grow into a young adult without having conflict with their parent be the primary dynamic of the relationship. That it's always nerve-wracking, to raise a child, especially through their adolescent years, but I don't think it has to be as stressful as sometimes it is. So those relationships I really enjoy working with, but especially long-term committed marital relationships to me, that's where the real potential lies for a kind of ripple effect. If you can help, if you can improve your primary relationship, then everybody else you come in contact with, whether it's your kids or your extended family or your friends or the people you work with, everyone's going to benefit from that, because I think that primary relationship is what really makes the difference as to whether we feel grounded and content. I think it has to start with your own individual self, but reaching out from that self and connecting with the other and having that be a nurturing, a mutually giving and receiving relationship, I think takes your individual self above and beyond what you can possibly do alone. So it's kind of both parts are important, the individual and the connection with another. So I think that's really exciting to me, and I think that's kind of the direction that I want to go in my in focusing in the future on how I want to expand maybe this blog, how I want to expand my professional work, into maybe figuring out how to do some workshops or something where I develop a I don't know, not a curriculum, but something like that. You know, a style, a content, a set of ideas that I'm gathering from all the other resources that I'm looking at and are reading about. But I want to share one of them with you because I think it would be fun for you to do this little exercise. It's called the Valentine's Day Game, and the subtitle is Designing Your Ideal Mate. And I will tell you in a minute where to find it, but here's the essence of what they do. They give you a super long list of many, many, many positive characteristics that you might look for. Remember, this is you're designing your ideal mate. So you get to pick all the ones that are really important to you. Okay? Then part 2 is they have an equally long list of negative characteristics. Things that you would most likely say, I don't know, he's that, no, lazy, no, sloppy, no, chews with his mouth open, no. You know, it's like our little negative checklist that we have. And the rule is, for every 4 positive traits you have picked, you got to pick one off the negative list. And you don't get to leave that part out. And I think it's really cool to force yourself to see and accept that you don't get to cherry pick the good stuff, but that's often what we do when we're actually living with our partners and responding to them, where we're really super focused on the things they do that annoy us, the things they do that are different from us, you know, and how can you not be like me? It's like marriage makes you change from appreciating. If you think about when you were dating or first getting to know the person, you know, you liked the things that were different. They were kind of interesting and kind of intriguing, and maybe even something that you longed for in yourself or were attracted to. And you get married, and then all of a sudden those are the things that start annoying you. It's like, why aren't you more like me? I'm so great, like I said to you last time, you know? So anyway, you go through this, you pick the positive ones, then you force yourself to pick the negative ones. And then the final step is to really use that knowledge to try to become much more consciously aware of focusing on the attributes of your partner that you appreciate and value, and trying to, you'll still notice the things you don't like, but when you notice them, trying to consciously move them to the side and shift your thoughts back to the things that you appreciate. And I think it's funny to go through and especially through the negative list, but I think it's very illuminating when you realize it's like that little story I told you the last time about the paper bags, writing down all the characteristics that you don't like about your partner, and then do you want to trade your paper bag for somebody else's and somebody else's problems with their husband that they or wife or spouse that they don't like? Usually not. So if you're going to stick with what you got, then how about trying to focus on the positive, trying to be able to look through the eyes of your partner instead of always through your own eyes and through your own needs and the filter of your own expectations, which includes all your childhood crap that, I hope later in the month to be able to get into some of that and help you see how we, in a way that we don't do in any other relationship in our lives with our partners, our baggage comes up and we spill it all out in the relationship, in the most intimate relationship or potentially intimate relationship in our lives, and we're putting all this crap in the way. And it doesn't have to be that way. So I'm excited to maybe try to help shed some light on that for all of you. Okay, the website is called the Couples Institute, and I believe the address is www.couplesinstitute.com. It's two psychologists, Ellen Bader and Pete Pearson, who are married to each other and are also marital therapists. One side of the site is focused on resources for therapists, but the other side is focused on resources for couples, including their blogs that are quite interesting. If you want to look at the specific Valentine's Day game, type that Valentine's Day game into the search box and on the site, and it'll take you there. But there are a lot of other interesting resources to explore there. And in coming days, I'll tell you some other ones that I'm finding about intimacy and committed relationships and all the stuff that we do that makes it. The potential is there for extraordinary personal growth and, as I said, growth beyond what you can do as an individual as a result of being in relation to the other person in an intimate relationship. So you don't want to waste that opportunity. There's so much good that can come out of that if you can just change the way you think about it so it doesn't seem like such a constant stressor or an adversarial relationship. It's really a shame when it turns into that. Okay, this is one of my longest ones. Well, that's because I got some extra time because I didn't post since last Friday. But anyway, it's good to talk to you. I thank you all again for your concern. I am fine. My not posting was just a kind of a relaxing and giving myself permission not to have to force it. I do plan to post on Friday, on Valentine's Day, because I have a lot of thoughts about that day and what it means and doesn't mean, and how to I don't know how I think about it anyway. So I'll look forward to seeing you then. And in the meantime, please, I ask you to join me in living well, laughing often, and loving much. And I love you all, and I'll see you Friday on the Cancer Club. Bye.